Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to the KBA. Before we get started, I'm doing a quick little intro because I forgot to record an intro before I recorded all the other clips you're about to see. So this is literally the last thing being recorded. I know I'm a complete idiot. That's why I'm not showing you the schedule to where we've simmed. We're not in December. Don't worry. Don't stress about it. But I wanted to make sure I dropped in this intro. Pretty much every team is taken now, by the way. The Spurs are the final open team. So if you'd like to join this league, please let me know. Hit the Discord link in the description. It'll take you right to our Discord, and we can get you situated there. Other than that, leave a like, drop a comment down below how you're feeling about the series, sub up if you're new as well. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and I mean, why wouldn't you? Those are all the things YouTubers are forced to say, so I'm gonna say them because why not? We're only 200 away from 2K, and it would really mean a lot if you guys could help me push towards that way before Thanksgiving. That's our current goal. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If we head over to Miami, they have updated their trading block and their untouchables. They're looking to ship Lowry, who they just picked up, and ship Duncan Robinson, who they just signed to a massive deal, and they don't want to lose Jimmy, Bam Adebayo, Bam, you know Bam, or Tyler, aka Bubble Guppy Hero. They really want to keep him for some reason. That one Jack Harlow song was just so good, they really want him to stay with the team. Celtics will be signing Trey Jones to a 1-year deal because why not? Carson Edwards is off the team, and in goes Trey. You could go sign Carson Edwards if you want. I don't know many people who would want Carson Edwards. He's kind of a bum, but he's now a free agent there if anybody wants to go pick him up. Starting off the group of trades that we have today in episode 3 is what is kind of I don't know how I feel about this about this trade. When I was first sent it, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Looking at it even more, it's an interesting trade. The Pelicans are sending away Brandon Ingram, Thomas Satoransky, and Garrett Temple over for John Wall, 1-year rental. Daniel Tice, 3-year, $8 million deal, nothing crazy. Josh Christopher, young, could be a good prospect. And then 3 picks, 2 of the Brooklyn ones from the Harden trade, and then a Milwaukee pick. And honestly, I think it's great for both teams, but bad for both. Well, I mean, it gets if we're being honest, the Rockets, I feel like they win this trade, right? They get rid of John Wall. I mean, losing those picks kind of suck, but those picks are from players who are great, you know, or from teams that are pretty good. Not really that bad of a swap, I think. The Rockets, though, they get Ingram, and they help improve that young core that they much love, all right? I mean, they got Jalen Green now. They have Brandon Ingram, Christian Wood. I mean, they have an all-around young core group of players that look to play very well together. Although they are 1-4, it is still what seems to be a rebuilding, retooling, growth type of year, and all they're focusing on right now is age. The next trade we have on deck is a little bit of an impressive one for both sides, as the Timberwolves not quite in contention right now, but they look to add the defensive presence of Patrick Williams. He's still young. He could be really good in the league, and they also take on the salaries of Javonte Green and Marko Simonovic. I don't know how you pronounce that. The Bulls, though, they increase their depth. They get Jaden McDaniels, Josh Okogie, Jalen Noel, top 5 protected 2021 first round pick, a unprotected second round Washington pick, and a 2024 first round unprotected pick as well. I mean, the Timberwolves are either going to somehow magically contend because they have Cat, or they're not going to contend at all, and that top 5 pick will be, you know, back in their hands. I have no clue. Either way, I think it's an even trade. I think it's an interesting trade, and a little bit of a smaller one, but a big one in the same way, if that makes sense. The Bulls move on from their big prospect to add a little bit more depth to the squad as well. So the Timberwolves, the Bulls, they went ahead, did this deal, and now the Bulls and Timberwolves are both looking very, very nice. While we're still on the Timberwolves, I do want to let y'all know Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards they've been put on the untouchable list. There's no way you're going to get them from the Timberwolves, so don't even try. Those 2 guys are on the untouchable list. Now, on top of just those Timberwolves, if we move over to the Detroit Pistons, they have put their rookie guy, Cade Cunningham, on the untouchable list, and Grant is on the touchable list, the trade block, I should say. So their 2 best players, one you can't touch, one you can go ahead and make offers towards. And not only do the Timberwolves And the Pistons have some news to share. The Trailblazers as well, after putting their whole team on the chopping block, have said, psych, we're going to keep Dame Dalla and we're going to keep Zeller. Interesting to keep Zeller untouchable as he only has 1 more year on this contract, but he's been playing very, very well for the franchise and they aren't looking to move him. So Dame Dalla, Cody Zeller, both untouchable on their end. And more on the little trade waiver, the trade rumors. There's rumors that the Brooklyn Nets are listening to trades for Kyrie Irving. He's not quite on the block, but offers will be heard and nobody will be denied. So Kyrie might be able to get snagged and moved away from the Brooklyn Nets and ending the Big Three. Another team who's looking for a point guard, the Lakers. Russell Westbrook, they did say they want to make an upgrade. Could we be seeing a Kyrie and Westbrook swap? See Kyrie back with LeBron. You get the Big Three from the OKC days with Russell, Harden, and KD. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of storylines that could be happening there. Not saying that's a trade that's happening or that may happen. Just throwing some ideas into your brains, into your noggins for today's episode. Another day and another time where the Bulls and Clippers make a trade. This time, Kobe White is heading over to the Clippers in return for Terrence Mann, a couple other picks, Nicholas Batum, another young dude, and 2 picks. I mean, I just want to let everybody in the league know this is not a 1-year thing. So a lot of you guys seem to be trading away your entire future for 1-year deals. Cough Wizards. You have 8 players who are on 1-year deals that all expire this year. So I'm just letting you know, most of the teams you guys are making won't be a team next year because all your players are going to leave you in free agency because half of you won't get it out of the top 3 seed. Just a fair warning, I don't want you guys to be a really awful team and not want to participate anymore. But fair warning, fair advice, a lot of you guys are trading your entire future away for an attempt and a run at a championship where a lot of you might not do much against the Nets or the Lakers. Just saying, tips with the GM, commissioner, I don't know, this trade's happening, it goes in, I don't know how I feel about that trade, it's a trade. The Pacers and Jazz make a little bit of a point guard swap. They're both making about the same money, but due to Brogdon being younger, the Jazz are giving a first-round pick as well. Pacers, I mean, this is a fair trade, I think, personally. Brogdon still has potential. I don't actually think he's much younger than Conley. It's only a 6-year difference. I know 6 years is a lot, but Brogdon won the Rookie of the Year at like 25, which is crazy. Something weird like that, right? 23. He won Rookie of the Year very, very old. I didn't realize how old Brogdon is. But this trade, bam, is going through for the Pacers and the Jazz. In another trade that's a little bit of a head-scratcher, the Grizzlies and Thunder just trade their superstar potential point guards in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Ja Morant. A couple other filler things. This year's first round from OKC goes over to the Grizzlies. I don't know. Once again, it just seems like a strange swap that doesn't help either team, but it goes in. It's weird. It's going to be really weird to see Ja Morant not being a Grizzly, but Shai looks to lead the Grizzlies from now on, and Ja Morant is now the head of the Thunder, which is pretty crazy to see because as of right now, I believe Ja Morant and the other guy are scoring very well. Yeah, Ja Morant, 26, and SGA might actually, no, SGA is quite down. Oh yeah, I mean, he's only averaging 20. So I feel like the Grizzlies kind of lose this trade by quite a bit, personally. Who knows? I'm also confused on why Tim Hardaway Jr. is averaging 76 points to start, 76, wow, 26 points at the start of the year. I have no clue what's happening there. Already, as of these trades got put in after the primetime games, so I'm going to go ahead, we're going to sim to November 18th, see how these trades and all these moves affected everyone's roster, and then we'll end the video off there with a sim recap. We're going to go ahead and jump into these primetime games real quick. I also forgot to record the intro to the primetime games, so the very first primetime game you're about to see is the Houston Rockets taking on the Phoenix Suns with the newly acquired Brandon Ingram. We're in the home of the Western Conference champions, the Phoenix Suns, taking on the young group of the Houston Rockets, and this game was a little wild. Now, it starts saw slow. A lot of teams just trading layups, as you saw. Pretty much just everyone's practicing their layup lines. We got nice faders here as the Suns were just up. Now they're down. Houston coming back, but now the Suns are bad. It's tied 28-30. Eric Gordon launching threes from space. Big block by Jordan Nwaba. This game was back and forth. They were just kind of pulling threes at will whenever they wanted. The game was pretty close. Brandon Ingram getting some very, very nice slams. Booker with a three right in front of his bench. You know how it is. Got to show out in front of the homies. Ingram with a nice little post move. Ingram again with a three. Ingram's first game as a Houston Rocket was quite impressive. Had a lot of points. Here's Kenyon Martin Jr. getting the slam as well, putting Houston Rockets up. And now the Houston Rockets are going on quite the run here. As you saw, Elfrin, I don't know how to pronounce the Turkey man's name, had a big dunk. Now we're trading threes. Now Eric Gordon's going ham. Kevin Porter Jr., DJ Aukenstein for three. And Kevin Porter Jr. Might be the player of the game. If he isn't, I don't know how you're debating it. You'll see the numbers he dropped as the Rockets start to launch threes towards the end of this game and pull off a huge upset against the Phoenix Suns to come away and win in Phoenix. Good old 16-point game, or 26, wait, yeah? Yeah, 26-point win here by the Houston Rockets. Huge shocker. Devin Booker with 27 points this game. Michael Bridges with 19. Chris Paul with 16. All around, not the best or worst game from the Suns. A lot of them had tough shooting nights. Jay Crowder had 14. DeAndre Ayton had 10 and 12. JaVale McGee got no playing time, which is probably why they lost. But the Rockets, Kevin Porter Jr., 45 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 17 for 20. He popped off. Ingram had 23. Gordon had 20. I mean, Wood got busy on the rebounds. One hell of a game from the Rockets core. The second primetime game of this episode is the Timberwolves versus the Magic. I wanted to get this video out quick to you guys, so that's why there's only 2, not 3. I feel like 3 is kind of the main reason last episode had a little bit of editing struggles. Do apologize for that, but we're going to jump straight into this Timberwolves and Magic game with some highlights and overview of how the game went right now. Primetime action here in Minnesota as we have the Orlando Magic taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Both teams have made a move or two. D'Angelo Russell, he's still here, banging out threes for the Timberwolves. Ibaka recently got traded to the Orlando Magic in last episode. He's had a decent start with them, nothing crazy, but he has been putting up really great numbers as well. Anthony Edwards receiving that screen. He sees Vanderbilt. Big dunk by Vanderbilt, all on top of OKK's head. Russell, big old dunk as well. I have no clue how he held on, and he just fell to the ground. A little bit of a awkward landing as Ed Towns just smacked out of there. Boogie Cousins bullying down Cole Anthony to get the easy basket. Ibaka, though, returning the favor with a dunk. 15-26 here, start of the second, and we're starting it off with Scottie Pippen's lover. I believe that is a legend right there. D'Lo Russell, though, another big dunk on Jonathan Isaac, one of the better defensive players in the league. But speaking of defense, that block right there was crazy. Here, have another one. Why not? Cole Anthony, pull-up jumper. It's off. Serge, though, big board, big body all over DeMarcus Cousins, and it is tied here in the third. 46-46, 10 minutes to go, and the floater rejected. D'Lo Russell having a good night, but he did get a lot of shots blocked here as the defense was crazy on both sides. Anthony Edwards with the jam. Here's another one. DeMarcus Cousins with the big slam as well. Naz Reid hitting some crazy floaters over the defense, but Mo Bamba had enough of the easy buckets and sent that stuff back to the other planet. And, well, you saw that right there. Karl Anthony Towns returned the favor, and Mo Bamba did it right back. There's a lot of defense in this game. Blocks galore. D'Lo Russell, another three, splashing out, pulling ahead by 10 are the Timberwolves. Now the Timberwolves up a solid 14, a minute to go. Pretty much all but won this, but let's end it on one beautiful highlight play. The block, the pass, the dunk by Anthony Edwards as the Magic fall. Tough loss for Orlando. D'Lo Russell led all scorers with 22. Karl Anthony Towns with 14 and 17. Patrick Williams, a good defensive debut for them at Timberwolves. But Mo Bamba, 4 points, 13 rebounds, 8 blocks as well. And Justice Winslow led all Orlando Magic players in scoring, followed by Serge Ibaka. Now we're here at November 19th, and it's time to check the standings, the stats, and all the things that happened in today's simulation. Now, there are no year awards right now, like MVP voting or all-star stuff in the game. I will let you guys know that MVP will be voted on by you, so keep that in mind, and whichever 2 teams have the captains of the All-Star games, you 2 teams will be drafting the All-Star teams. So let's say the Jazz and the Celtics let's say Tatum is the captain and the other captain is Donovan Mitchell. I doubt it's going to happen, but let's say those 2 people are captains, then the Jazz GM and the Celtics GM would both be drafting the All-Star teams, and it would be between them. The winning team would get a +5 attribute to any player they like. Just letting you know, bragging rights for having the All-Star win. Now, if we go to Player of the Week, we look over the Eastern Conference. It's headlined by Giannis, Harden, Giannis, and Zach LaVine. In the West, it goes LeBron, Luka, Jokic, and Curry. Some interesting faces there, faces we all kind of expect. Let's head over to the league leaders. No surprise, Giannis is leading the league in points per game. Not quite, actually, and rebounds. Okay, he's leading the league in rebounds and points per game, but the top 5 for points per games goes Giannis, LaVine, Curry, Brown, and Trae Young. We head over to rebounds. It's Giannis, Gobert, Embiid, Jokic, and Allen. Assists is Young, James, Simmons, Harden, and Chris Paul. And steals is Michael Bridges, Ben Simmons, De'Aaron Fox, Marcus Smart, the GOAT, and LaMelo Ball. Go over to blocks per game. Miles Turner, KD, Gobert, Davis, and Bam, which KD is going crazy this year. Don't know how that's happening. Brandon Ingram is averaging 26 points per game right now with the Rockets. And Tim Hardaway Jr. coming out of his shell, averaging 26 points per game right now for the... he's going crazy for the Mavericks and becoming the second best player in the Mavs, apparently. He is now better than Kristaps. We go over the rookie report. Jalen Suggs leading all rookies in points, followed by Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes. We go over to rebounds. Evan Mobley leading the rookies in that, followed by the cum bucket, Scotty Barnes, Josh Giddey, and Alfred Sengun. I don't know how to pronounce that. Assists per game, Jalen Suggs, Josh Giddey, Cade Cunningham, Davion Mitchell, and Jalen Green. Steals is Jalen Green, Giddey, cum bucket, Mobley, Suggs, and blocks is Mobley, Giddey, Barnes, that guy from Turkey, and cum bucket as well. The best 3-point shooter is Darte, Suggs, Primo, Bouknight, and Scotty Barnes. Other than that, there's no other stuff to really look at. I do also want to let you guys know MVP, all of the awards across the league will be voted on by you guys as well. So when it comes to the end of the year, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, all that kind of stuff is going to be voted by you guys. And no, you can't vote for your own players, just letting you know that straight out the gate. So we'll make sure everyone votes for their own player, letting you know that. But at the end of the year, a lot of that will be decided by you guys, along with whoever has the All-Star captains. You will draft that as well. Other than that, I have nothing else for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed episode 3. Make sure you guys like up, comment your thoughts on today's episode, and sub up if you haven't already. As always, been your boy Lil Codeine. Peace out.
I'm the bee's knees, these hoes, yeah, they just love me. Flow so cold, but my nose straight runny. Got a lot of bros, so don't act funny. Shooting off shots, gun hopping like a bunny. Run up on me, you a motherfucking dummy. You know I do these